I've worn this skirt before, and I have to show you, it's fitting much better. See all this room here? This was not, this was not here. Ready for lunch? Okay, so we are back home and from lunch, and we had, I guess today was the day, you know, I had split a burrito, a breakfast burrito with my husband and a bean burrito with my husband, and then so I found those points. So those come up to, I believe it's 14 points, and then together, which is more than I usually have at a meal. But you know, if you're going to go out to eat, you're going to look at numbers like this or more, you know, so that's actually pretty good for that. And then after that, we took the kids for a donut. And so my donut added up to about 14 points, and 14 or 16, I think it was 14 more. However it worked out, I ended up using the rest of my points today and 6 of my weeklies, which isn't too bad because I still have 22 weeklies for this next week. And I don't plan on using them. I don't know what's going to happen. I'd like to have them as a reserve in case something comes up, but I really don't plan on using them, especially if I'm going to be, I'm trying to lose the weight. So it was a really big question as to whether we were going to do this today or not, whether or not I was going to have it. I have to tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was amazing. And my body absolutely, I actually loved it. It was really fun, and it was nice. I mean, I know it's only food, but it's really nice to kind of like have one of those days where you're just like, you know what, let's just enjoy this time together, and let's just have something that's real tasty and not worry too much about it. And I, you know, this is like the first time in 2 weeks that I did something like this. Mother's Day was still really reserved, so it was really good. But anyway, that's it. I had my day in the sun, my day at the beach is what I call it. And now it's time to go back home again. And so back on track, back on point. And this is okay to do it. I'm not going to feel bad about it, you know, and it's just, it was there. I had points in everything to regulate myself. I know exactly where I'm at. And what you do most of the time is really what counts. And the problem comes from losing the perception on what is most of the time and what is not most of the time. And that's where we can get into some trouble. And so one of the ways that helps, I think would help, is if usually I have it in my mind the day that we're going to do something like this, but I think maybe it would help also to maybe if I just jotted it down on the calendar and said, you know what, this is the day I'm going to do this. That's it. Then I know, and I have it scheduled, and I can plan for it and think about it and think about the best way to do it. And to let loose. I know that kind of sounds like maybe it's just ironic. It just doesn't seem to make sense. You know, you're planning to be more spontaneous, but yeah, right now, I mean, do what works. You know what I mean? And if that's what works, then that's what works. This is my life. This is my journey, and this is what works for me. So anyway, it was a really good day. We had a great time, and I'll have fond memories. And I'll move on. I'll remember how nice it was while I'm working real hard and busting my butt this week. So I will check in with you later. Everybody, I'm going to shut this down tonight. I did not end up having any more points tonight. I just kept, we ate about 2 o'clock at lunch. It's 10 o'clock right now, and I still don't need anything. So I'm just drinking lots of water. I'm going to try to flush out all the sugar. And then tomorrow I'm back on point as far as exercising and everything, and keeping my points really low. And trying to end up with some at the end of the day instead of, you know, taking some from my weeklies. So I want to my goal is not just to lose that 0.4 pounds that I have to do for the diet bet, but I mean, my goal is to lose, I've got 10 more pounds on top of that I have to lose. So I'm just going to keep going. And then I'm going to kind of gauge it, because I think I set my ultimate weight loss goal a little low. And I kind of was remembering, a weight that I wanted to be from a long time ago. But when I think about it, I think that was a weight that I was at where I actually didn't even have any muscle, and I was very, very thin and kind of waif-like, and I actually don't want to go back to that again. I end up losing in areas that I don't want to lose anymore, and I actually have more of an hourglass shape, and I kind of like that. I kind of like being a little full in certain places, and I don't think my husband has any complaints about that. So I don't really want to lose too much more, so I'm just going to kind of like gauge it as I go. I'm going to keep trying to lose that 10, but I'm going to be conscious about the way that I look and see if maybe I want to maintain at some point around then. So anyway, it's just really, I think that counting points and being able to approach weight loss in this way has really helped me, because it's given me the tool, and I feel like I'm the one in charge, and I'm not leaving it up to chance. I mean, there's so much of that where you really don't know if you're going to lose for sure at the end of the week or not, or if you're going to maintain, or if you're going to gain, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you do know it is eventually going to move, because you know you're doing the right thing. You do know what you really have to do to take it off. So, you have to stay within points, and you really should move. You have to be moving. That would help burn more calories. But you can still lose it without moving. It's just that, exercise is just so good for you. And it keeps your heart strong too. So, hopefully everybody gets a little bit in, every day. But, so anyway, we're back on point tomorrow, and, new vision card for this week. And that is going to be, you'll see it tomorrow. All right. Love you guys. I'm going to let you go tonight. I hope you have a very good night. Bye.